Okay, so my name's Jacob Zahovich, and my project is on Maple18, which is a math software that will basically take anything from as easy as it gets to as hard as it can possibly get, and it'll solve it for you. Um, so what I'm going to go over today is symbolic computation, which is basically everything you would need to know about how to operate Maple properly. So Maple 18, like I said, it can do crazy intricate things, or it can even solve basic, any sort of basic computation. So what this is saying here is that it works like any regular calculator. You just input what you're wanting, and it'll give you an output over here. But the only difference is that you have to put a semicolon after each thing that you're inputting to get different answers. So here's 22 over 7 minus 355 over 113 equals 1 over 791, and the square root of 45 goes to 3 root 5. Next on the list, we're going to go to polynomial expressions. So Maple can even work with polynomials that the standard calculator cannot work with. Usually Texas Instrument calculator could work with it, but not a scientific calculator. So basically, this is just saying, giving you the instructions of how you would need to input different polynomial functions and how you would get your answers and so on and so forth. It also works with trigonometric expressions. This program can also differentiate, which a graphing calculator can also differentiate, but this can differentiate a lot of things at one time, as you can see here, and get a lot of answers where most graphing calculators would only be able to do one at a time. This can even do partial fractions, so that means this is compatible with all the way through Calculus 3, which you need for vector calculus. It can plot in 2 and 3 dimensions, which I think is the best thing about Maple 18, because these are two-dimensional. The three-dimensional graphs are really pretty interesting to look at, and it shows you what you need to input. So here's the input right here: square root of x squared plus y squared, comma x plus y plus 1. And then what this is saying is that x is the range of, or the domain of x values is going from -1 to 1, and the range of y values is going from -1 to 1. And then this is the graph of that input. And then these are all just different three-dimensional graphs. This is just a famous graph. It's a Lissajous figure. And last but not least, Maple 18 is compatible with integration, which makes sense if it can differentiate that it could integrate, which is just the backward step of differentiation. And this goes over once again how to input and what sort of results you would be getting. And it really puts Maple, what I like about it is it really puts it in a nice form like this. You can really see what your answer is, where most other calculators it's pretty sloppy and really hard to follow. But yeah, so that wraps up my project, and that gets you started to start messing around with Maple 18 and be a little more familiar with it. I hope it helped. Thank you for listening.